This one we're going to have a look at something else which you will do quite a lot in PHP, and that is to upload a file, i.e. upload a file to a server from a web page. And so for this one, what we're going to do is we'll create a new folder. This will be number 13, and in there we're just going to create one file, and the file will simply be called upload.php, and this is actually going to handle both the rendering of a form where we could submit a file and also handling the file when it is uploaded, because what we'll want to do is move the file from a temporary location to a permanent storage location, and we'll also print out a little bit of info about the file just to have some user feedback. So first of all, I'm going to start with the file, or sorry, we're going to start with a form to upload the file, and we might as well use some of our header and footer which we created in the include and require lesson here. Okay, so this is what I've come up with. So as you can see, we are including the header, so that will open a HTML file for us, and the footer, which will close a HTML file for us, and then it's just a heading to say upload a file, and then we have a form. So action is upload, which is the name of this actual file. So like I say, we're going to use the same file to handle the upload as we are to display a form to upload. Method is post, and you'll see the significance of that in a moment. And then another important part is this part here, which we talk about more in the book, so I'll not go into it in detail here. But if you want to upload a form, you need to add this to your form, and that is enctype equals multipart form data. Okay, and then we have a label for an input field, which will just say choose a file, and then we have an input. Important to get the type right here. Input type is file, name is upload. So when we want to actually retrieve the file which we have uploaded later on, we're going to look in a files superglobal, and that will be an array, and we're going to look in there for a key named upload, and that will be how we retrieve the file. Okay, so we're going to need to cd from where we are into the uploads folder. We are going to start a server, and then we're going to visit this page here, and the page that we want is upload.php. And so this is what you should see: a header, then a label to say choose a file, an input which lets you click on this button to go and choose a file from your computer, and then an upload button. So as long as everything's looking the same as mine so far, we can actually move on, and we can start to consider how we're going to handle this when it is actually uploaded. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start above the form. We're going to have opening and closing PHP tags, and then we are going to ask the question, is the request method post, i.e. the HTTP method which has brought us here, is the method post? And the reason why we're asking if it's a post, because if it is a GET request, it means it has been made by the browser to simply render this form. So when we saw this form here, the browser made a GET request. But when we click on this and submit it, we're actually going to be making a POST request to the server to this upload.php file, because here we said this is the action, i.e. this is where the request should be made to. And so if it's post, then what we need to do is we need to do some handling here. Okay, so a moment ago we spoke about a files superglobal, which again is an associative array. We're going to look in there for a file or for a key called upload, and if we find that, then we have found what we are looking for here. And so we can then store that in our own variable. Next, after that, what happens is that PHP will store this in a temporary location. We want to take this from the temporary location and move it to a permanent location. So in order to retrieve the temporary location, or the temporary path, is we look in file temp name, so tmp underscore name, and again we're going to store that in a variable, and then we're going to define a more permanent destination. and this is where we want to save the files permanently. And so the destination will be uploads, which will reside inside of this folder here, 13 uploads, and then we just want the base name for the file. So if the file was named dog.png, for example, and it was found in documents, Gary, dog files, we don't want documents, Gary, dog files or the full path. We just want the base name of the file, dog.png, and so that is what base name does. And when I use PHP Storm, don't know if it works in whatever you're using, if I hover over where it says base name there, it tells you what the function actually does. So here it says returns trailing name component of path, i.e. gives us just the base file name. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to move this file from the temporary location to the permanent destination. And as you can see, PHP Storm's hinting at how I can do that. We use another built-in PHP function called move uploaded file, which does exactly what the name says. So we're going to move it from this temporary location to this permanent destination. And then after that, all I really want to do is just get a bit of feedback to say file has been successfully uploaded, and also tell us a bit of information about the file, which will give us some extra confidence. So I'm just going to echo out some details. We'll say the file's uploaded successfully. We will print the file name and we will escape it using HTML special chars. So we use this in the book a lot. I'm not sure I've explained it in any of the videos, but it's explained in detail and it's used all over the book. So make sure you check that out. And then we're just going to print the size of the file in bytes. Okay, now just before we test this out, we need to make sure that this folder exists inside of here. Otherwise we'll get some kind of warning and we won't be able to move to there. So I'm going to create a folder inside of 13 uploads and we'll call this uploads. So you should see that nested inside of the parent now. Okay, so here is the form. I'm going to choose a file. We'll take the YouTube thumb, which I use for these recordings. Now click upload. It tells us that the file is uploaded successfully. It tells us that the name is ytthumb.png and that is 632346 bytes. So let's go back and I can see that we have something in the folder now, and if I click on it, there we go. So we've actually uploaded a file from a web page to the server using really just a few lines of PHP. We created a form to submit it in HTML, which is probably something that which you could have done before. Nothing too complex there. Important things to remember are the name and also the input type and also enctype. And then here we checked, is this a form submission? Or sorry, is this a post? Do we have an upload key in the file's superglobal? And if so, means we should have a file and we should be able to move that to a permanent destination and read some of the information from the file. So you'll see that on each individual file, which we retrieved by asking for files upload, there's a whole bunch of information you can get off there. We can get the temp name, i.e. the temporary path where PHP has stored the file, we can get the name of the file, and we can get the size and various other things as well, which we talk about in the book. So how did you find that? Hope you found it okay. Maybe if you want a little extra bonus here, what you could do is now take that file and render it somewhere on the page using an image tag. If you think you're up to it, then by all means give that a go.